On this program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now watching the Alan and DJ Show.
Yo. Milwaukee, Sun Prairie, all the surrounding areas. Y'all know what time this is, man. It's time for the Alan and DJ TV show program. And of course, I go by Alan.
And this is your boy DJ.
So DJ, man, what's going on, Seven?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Man, I'm good, man. Ready to put my best foot forward. We got a big week next week.
Yep.
We gonna be around some powerful people. So, we most definitely got to lock in. And then in these next 3.5 months is really crucial, which kind of people see like the glitz and glamours of everything, but I don't think they see the pain. And, I was trying to tell Bambi that yesterday. I said, Bambi, it's a lot of pain to get here. Like, we did a lot of suffering, but sometimes pain could also be intertwined with just success in general. Like the order to just become successful, DJ, people don't realize you have to go through the steps. And I said, Bambi, I just need you to understand. Sometimes, they give me an idea.
Okay.
They give me an idea, DJ. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about why pain is intertwined with success.
Okay. And
I think that's a great topic to talk about.
It is.
Because a lot of people don't realize, like, sometimes it takes a lot to get to this point. And in the words of my dirty, wild, smart always say, we haven't even had breakfast yet. So without further ado, we only finna kick this to you the way that the Alan and DJ show know how to kick it to you. So let's start out with bullet point number 1, DJ. Let's talk about building resilience, though.
Okay.
How does building resilience tie into why pain intertwines with success?
Because what resilience does is basically it basically builds us up. So because we need to adapt to the stress, so we can quickly recover from misfortune and improve our mental well-being.
I like that, man. Yeah. And people don't realize that, that's true. And to me, success comes from when you overcome difficult and challenging times, and you have painful experiences that can make you stronger. Mm-hmm. In a way, it make you say, man, I went through so much, but this ain't tearing me down. So this only gonna make me stronger. And it also gives you, I want to say, the ability to be able to handle setbacks in the future. Because to me, that's what makes you more resilient.
And basically, what builds resilience too is it builds battle scars.
Yeah.
And battle scars is basically stuff that you done went through and you would endure and you came out on top. And when you come out on top, that makes you just that much stronger, like what Al said before.
And, I feel like it also helps you build character.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It helps you say, okay, dang, you know what? Let's say now another future setback just happened and you you know what? This ain't nothing that I ain't never faced before. You know what I'm saying? Okay, there's just another challenging moment. It's another thing that you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to bend, fold, or are you going to, stand 10 toes down and face adversity in the face and handle your business? To me, that's what builds resilience.
And basically, no resilience equals no growth.
No growth, which is another good topic.
Mm-hmm.
Because bullet point number 2, let's talk about foster growth. So how does this foster growth, DJ, when it comes to success or intertwining pain with success?
Basically, what growth does is it basically shows that you've overcome challenges and built mental maturity and mental recognition so you can recognize your mistakes so you don't repeat them.
Most definitely. And pain often reveals what you need to learn and what you need to adapt to. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is you'll see certain areas of where am I strong at, where am I weak at? Where can I develop at as a person, maybe as far as like DJ said, maturity. It helps you build character. So you can say, okay, if I want to become more of a leader, then I need to take leadership roles. I need to get around people who look like my future so I can become my future. In order to do that, sometimes the leader sometimes have to be the student, and you have to listen and then like understand, okay, this is where I'm going wrong at. It's just like in life, you know, we're not great at everything. There's some things that DJ is better in than I am. There's some things that I might be a little better at than DJ is. But if you put the talent together and we learn from each other, then what you're doing is taking each other's weaknesses and y'all making each other strong and strengths, and then it helps you build personal development.
Absolutely. Like, that's a great point, Al. But like what we have learned in this society is that like as men and women, like we're built to grow, we're built to adapt, we're built to constantly change and evolve, because the world is going to evolve and the world is going to constantly change. And if we don't stay and keep up with the times, we're going to get lost.
Big time. That's why, you know, like I always say, even though I know the news sometimes can be more negative than it is positive, but sometimes watch the news, you know, like you have to understand like what's going on in the world around you. Or sometimes, like, you know, as older as I'm starting to get now, you know, I listen to the kids, you know, they teaching me stuff that I didn't even know, you know, like different slangs now, or like or certain ways of text, and I was like, girl, what are you talking about? To my niece. And you know, like I was lost, you know. She was like, oh, Alan, you getting old. So you know, it's good to, you know what I'm saying, adapt with the change, adapt with time. Like you can't stay the same, like, you know, or else, like DJ said, time just gonna pass you by.
Yep.
But also, let's talk about this next bullet point. Like, it increases strength.
Oh, this is good.
But DJ, how does this increase strength when it comes to intertwining with success?
Basically, like it builds toughness mentally and physically, but it also builds a high tolerance for pain.
I like that. And when it increases strength, to me, increased strength is getting yourself out of your comfort zone, getting out of your element. Comfortability sometimes can be the enemy. While dealing with pain, struggles, and setbacks, builds physical, emotional strength that makes you more capable of facing anything that the world throws challenges at you. So that's why I always tell people sometimes, if you want to become successful, man, look what we did when we got out here. We was way out of our comfort zone, way out of our element. And I'm going to say it on TV. It was things that I was scared of. It was things DJ was scared of.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was scared of like doing research and bullet points. I'm like, man, hold on, like this is new to me. Like DJ, wait a minute. You know, there's like they said with Snoop Dogg was afraid of the camera. And I think in the video of Nothing But a G thing, you notice he wasn't really looking to the camera like that. Yeah. But Dre was like, hey, this is where I'm strong at, so let me help you out. Remember, DJ didn't want to do TV. Remember that? You was like, man, oh heck, because all these cameras right here, you like, and the lights, it was like, oh, like this is overwhelming. And DJ, I was like, dude, you could do it. Just like he told me. Research, you could do this, man. This is what I do, but I need you to learn this as well. You know what I'm saying? And once we start to do that and we start to understand like our chemistry and where everything clicked at, it increases strength in both of us in areas that we was kind of weak in.
Absolutely. But basically, like the stronger you are, the more you can endure pain. But with strength, but like if you able to endure that pain, like with strength, every challenge that you face that you can't accomplish, you'll quit if the pain never existed. But it also makes you ready and battle tested. No,
facts. You know, I remember coach at work told me, man, I remember we was way down at the bottom, DJ. They only had like 50 followers at the time. Just feeling like, you know, we wasn't growing. We was way at the bottom of the totem pole. And I remember I was like, man, you know what, man, forget the stupid podcast. I'm finna just give up and forget the ready artist, man. Like, you know, we're not getting anywhere. Nobody take us serious. Because people we reached out would just look at your message and not say anything, or, you know, they just, remember the lady told us to get our weight up, and you know, that hurt it. And
I remember that.
Remember coach was like, sit your beep down. And he read me my rights. And, you know, he said, how y'all gonna quit? How y'all gonna give up? How you gonna be better than anybody if you quit? And when he said that, you know, it just kind of clicked. He was like, you know, you have to stick through with it. And when my mom was living at the time, she was telling me the same thing. And I promised for her, I was gonna go hard. So, and I, you know, spiritually, I prayed to my dad, and then, you know, DJ dad as well. And then most importantly, God, because without God, can none of this happen. So it makes you strong. Like, it increases your strength physically and emotionally. And it takes a lot of emotions to keep having the strength to keep doing this each and every day. The mental capacity, like y'all just don't know what goes on behind the scenes. You really have to work. And which bring me to bullet point number 4, man. It provides motivation now.
Oh, yeah.
So, DJ, let's talk about the motivational part, because, man, this is where I get really hyped at.
Oh, yeah.
Never tell me that I can't do anything.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You must not forgot. I'm a Leo at the end of the day. So, DJ, break it down to him, man. Like, this pain that intertwines with success when it comes to providing motivation.
Okay, like, I'm gonna break it down, then I'm gonna kick it back to Al, and then, like, I'm gonna give you an example of, like, what we're actually talking about. Basically, like, what it does is motivation, basically, it gives you that extra push to get through all your challenges.
Yeah. And, like, motivation also can, like, provide sometimes, like, it's going to be painful mistakes that you make sometimes. Like, I made a lot of them. We all made a lot of them. From the editing from William J. Smith, I was like, man, this is not right. Man, look at this. It's got to be perfect. And, you know, I understand everything can't be perfect, but in my mindset, there's no plan B or plan C. Plan A has to work. And then I just remember decisions can make powerful motivational changes. So when you push harder and you strive harder, then you can aim for something a heck of a lot better. And when somebody tell me that I can't do anything, or I know some of y'all probably feel the same way I feel, say I can't do it. And it's going to push me as hard, because now I feel like it's just another challenge. And I look for different ways sometimes to motivate myself. Oh, a dirty think he got it over me. I'm going to have to work a little harder. I might have to grind a little harder. But how we say, DJ, and I mean this with in all cleanness, pause. Just keep putting your head down and keep going to work. Just stay focused and do you. And before you look up, you're going to be like, man, I'm there. Because you know why? When they swing the pendulum, the DJ, because the pendulum had to swing your way.
Absolutely. Basically, what pain is pain is a tool that you can use when you need to use it. So let me give you an example. Basically, let's say you have a painful memory and you seal it in your head, but you know it's a painful memory. You don't bring it. You know you have it in your back of your mind. You don't bring it up unless you absolutely need it. So let's say you need to make a clutch basketball shot, or you need to get through this tough task. That painful memory is going to get you through that task.
I remember clear as yesterday when you was playing semi-pro football.
Yeah.
And, you know, y'all lost in the playoffs, and the pain from that.
Yeah.
And at the time, Dirty, I knew you was passionate about it because you was quiet. You was quiet in the car. And I just remember telling you, DJ, you got to get stronger mentally. You got to get in this gym. You got to turn up. You can't be the DJ that you was on that field. That next year you came back way more stronger. I remember y'all practiced. Y'all was, pow, hitting each other hard. I'm like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? And you was just knocking people off their feet. And I was like, that's I knew right then and there. And mentally now, you was in the game. And you was like, I can never feel what I felt that last year. Yeah. And that was pain, but that pain made you more resilient. It made you more stronger.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was like, dang, like if Dirty can do that, you know what I'm saying, then like why, you know what I'm saying, I can not apply that into my life, you know, because it happens.
Like because like I had to use that because basically I wanted to use that as fuel to like get me through what I needed to get through.
That's why I tell people sometimes, you know, like you have to find what drives you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, like sometimes, and I'm good as why I go to the next bullet point, sometimes I feel like, you know, people sleep on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they doubting you, Al. They don't believe in you. He said that you just can't do it. And maybe that's how he really feel. So I got to work 80 times harder to show him that you can't think that way about me. Because I was mad about what they were saying and what they didn't say. And it makes you go harder. And then also, too, with bullet point 5, it helps develop wisdom.
Oh, yeah. This is good, but a lot of people don't understand this. Like, basically, like, what wisdom does is, like, it helps you react quicker and makes you a smart decision maker.
Yeah, because when developing wisdom through experiences, trials, tribulations, suffering, and, you know, you can gain a clear vision. And you can learn from important lessons to become way more wiser. Like you can learn from mistakes. You can say, man, I remember what I did last year. Or, man, you remember when we entered that one in? Like that didn't quite stick the way I thought it was going to stick. Man, well, maybe we need to do it a little different. Maybe we need to put a little bit more energy into what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever the case may be. And you find what works. The same thing with a football team or a basketball team. Okay, we can't keep running that play. People figuring us out.
Yeah.
So we need to start doing this. And then as you play more games, you get more games under your belt, you start developing wisdom. You start developing a knowledge of the game.
Absolutely. And like what wisdom also does is it basically helps you adjust to pain, or it figures out other ways to utilize your pain.
Because, you know, it's a situation where you feel like, dude, like I've been there before.
Yeah.
You know, like this ain't nothing new to me. You know, like whether if you experience trauma in your life, whether if you experience like super painful situations, like even losing a loved one, and that can never compare. You know what I'm saying? It hurts bad, but you kind of get the wisdom to say, okay, I know how I need to cope with this. Because sometimes everybody's grieving process is different.
Absolutely.
Or, you know, you lose a game. What you going to do, start kicking all the trash cans? You know what I'm saying? Ah! Throwing everything down off. Get out of my way, man. And it's going crazy. You like, dog, they're dirty. I feel you. And I love that emotion because it shows me that you care about the game. But what you going to do? Get better.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like sometimes, like when I, you know, say, hey, DJ, look, man, I just dropped these amount of pounds. Okay. Like, I think you told me the other day. I'm 292 now, y'all, for y'all that don't know out there. But you ain't 240. You ain't 230. Don't hit me till you that. Or, you know, I remember when, you know, so my barber was like, okay, but you ain't never to 10,000 some followers yet. You only at 3,000. Don't hit me till you get to 10. Matter of fact, I don't even think you can do it. And you know, stuff like that drives me. So it makes me go harder. But you got to do it in a smarter way. You have to develop the wisdom with it too. Mm-hmm. Which brings me to bullet point number 6. It teaches true value.
Oh, yeah.
So why does pain help teach true value, DJ, when it comes to intertwining with success?
This is key because like this is what gives you like real peace and gives you clarity towards the end of pain or towards the end of your goal. Like what happens is basically it helps you understand the grind by valuing the reward from the struggle.
Yeah. So, you know, it sucks to be at the bottom. I'll tell you that. Absolutely. It sucks to lose, you know. It sucks to, you know, like, man, look, like I put my all into this and, you know, it just wasn't our time. And what you experience when you come to experiencing loss and hardships and, you know, setbacks, it helps you have an appetite for what truly matters. So it makes you come back that next year way more focused and
Absolutely.
way more wiser. As far as like, I knew what I did last year. I'm a little bit more wiser than this year than I was last year. Now I know what it takes to get to the next level. And when you start doing that, then you strip away all the superficial desires. And I want you to focus on like the essentials and focus on what truly matters. Absolutely. And that's winning a championship in life itself.
Yeah, but it also helps you appreciate the journey to success by valuing what it took for you to get to those goals.
That's, you know, and that's what I tell people all the time. Yeah. Enjoy the process.
Absolutely.
It's a fun process. You know, like people want to go from A to Z real quick, but you didn't miss all these steps in between. And that's why God put us through what he put us through, because that's really the true value. Yeah. God teaches us true value. That's the most important lesson and the most important thing to focus on, you know what I'm saying, like besides your career. So when you jump from A to Z, why do you think God put us through things? Because I have to build character. I have to build strength. Because you're going to have a story to tell one day. Because the next kid going to want to be the next DJ. Or the next William J. Smith, or the next Allen. And you can say, hey, this is what I went through to get here so I can relate. And that's why I say, like, you know, the things that you learn in life through painful hardships to just even try to become successful, it really builds value and character into you as a person and also as a team.
Absolutely.
And the last bullet point, separate achievers from quitters, man.
Oh yeah, this is key because basically like achievers, they never stop working. So so when they never stop working, pain becomes a routine. And the pain is something that you learn to enjoy. Oh, Alan, you must be crazy for saying that. No, I'm not crazy for saying that. Like you learn to enjoy the pain because the ability to
persevere through challenging times and challenging situations, it can also be discomforting at times. Like, in order to be successful, you have to be willing to step out of the boat and get uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
Ain't nothing, because if you're in your comfort zone, you can't grow. You're going to do the same routine every day. Come home, get some snacks, sit on the couch, and binge watch your favorite TV as time and life is passing you by.
Absolutely.
But when you continue to, like, despise that feeling of I hate to lose, and you just keep giving a hard market to your life as far as, like, I want to be this successful individual. I want to be like DJ. Okay, cool. I can admire DJ from afar, but I got to stop watching DJ's life and try to create my own life.
Absolutely.
So what I'm saying in so many words, if I kick this bucket to DJ, I can't keep watching my favorite celebrities on TV. And people say, man, you saw that show last night? Nah, bro, I ain't see it. I was working on my vision. Because I'm trying to get to where they trying to get. Matter of fact, I want to be where they at.
Absolutely.
In order for me to be where they at, I don't have time to do, I can't even kick it like that. I'm always working on my vision.
But look, the thing that people need to understand is that the more pain that you go through, the more it builds separation from the quitters. Meaning meaning that you're starting to become more and more advanced and starting to become more and more in your own world, that the people that are like behind are never going to catch up, even if they try to be focused. They're never going to catch up because you're leagues ahead of them already. And then you're trying to be leagues ahead of them even more.
Even more. You know, same thing, and I like that because that's what Kobe Bryant said.
Yeah.
You know, the way he worked out 3 times a day for years.
Mm-hmm.
While like the average basketball player work out once a day.
Yep.
And they may get up a few shots or whatever or whatnot. If you do that routine day in and day out, it's like, going to the gym twice a day at this point. If you do that when a 6-month span, look how much time that you done put in working out versus than what that person put in working out. They'll never catch up. Never. Mm-hmm. Same thing with research. You're constantly researching. You're constantly challenging yourself to be the best show. Why some other shows be lackadaisical. That's cool. We want to keep running victory laps around you because we want to be the best. And in order to be the best, you have to really put the work in. And I respect other grinders. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
Man, so many people I can name in the media center that, like, I love that really put that work in. And that's what makes me want to work with them. But let's get to the Allen and DJ's final thought. DJ, what's your final thought when it comes to intertwining pain with success?
You're going to have to struggle in order for you to become successful. And when you struggle, that gives you battle scars, and it makes you battle tested. So when challenges do come, you're able to handle those challenges.
I love it, man. I just tell you to stay motivated. You know what I'm saying? Take your pain and turn it into victories. You know what I'm saying? People going to talk about you. They talked about Jesus Christ, so you is no different. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And Jesus always said, remember, the world did me like this first. So, you have to take that pain and take what motivates you. And also at the same time, move smarter, develop the wisdom along the way, develop the knowledge, and always keep challenging yourself to learn new things. And that builds separation from others. And when you do that, you just became the very best version of yourself. Now, this is the Allen and DJ Show. You can find the Allen and DJ Show at gmail.com if you have any questions about what you want us to talk about next. You can also find the Allen and DJ Show on YouTube. And you can find the Allen and DJ Show on our fan page at Gmail. The Allen and DJ fan page on Facebook, excuse me. Then you can find our Gmail account. Email us about anything that you want us to talk about. You can find my personal page, Alan Hutchinson, on Instagram and Facebook. And then my dirty William J. Smith on Instagram and Facebook. And until next time, it's going to take pain to become successful. But you can do this. Because when you got Alan and DJ with you, we got your back. Because why? We want y'all to stay well, stay healthy.
Peace.
You already know.